Hey, this is Don from Padlock Technologies again with another video. This time this is going to be an ICE video. And I've said this a bunch of times and I got a bunch of questions on it. So I'm going to teach you in this video or do an overview. Not going to show too much because there's a lot involved in this of the infamous TACACS two-step. So what is the TACACS two-step? First, it's a phrase I coined. So if you hear it anywhere else, remember where you heard it first. But basically, this is going to be securing TACACS device administration with multi-factor authentication via Duo. And the reason why I call it the TACACS two-step is, for one, you're using Duo for multi-factor authentication, so 2FA, and you're going to use two protocols to actually do this. So you're going to use Radius and you're going to use TACACS to actually do this. Now, a lot of people have been trying to figure out how to use Duo to secure TACACS logins to network devices. Now I'm going to show you how to do it. Now, when we pull up the lab here, I'll just give you a brief overview of what the lab looks like, and then we're going to actually look at some of the configuration there. Now, what do you need to do this? Obviously, you need ICE. Number two, you need Duo. Number three, you need an auth proxy. Number four, you need to make sure that the user account that you're using is in Duo and in AD. This will not work if you don't have that. Okay? And then you got to do the policies and all that good stuff. So again, got the phone here, trusty phone that we're going to be using to, I can show you when the two-factor happens. And then I'll go through ICE and show you a couple things there. So let's go in the lab here. So again, typical lab, no problem here. You've seen this lab a bunch of times. I actually have some FTD SD-WAN stuff that I'm going to be doing in probably the next video, but we'll talk about that later. Really don't know why this Palo Alto was on, so I'm going to shut that off later. I don't know why that popped up. But what we're going to do here is I'm going to log into probably this building switch here. And then I'm going to show you on the phone, hey, I have the, two-factor happening. I'm going to hit OK. It's going to let me in. Now, you're probably asking, well, what happens if you hit deny? Well, then it'll just go back to the prompt screen asking you for a password. I'll show you that as well. Oh, and the other thing you're going to need is the application to do this. So you're going to need to create an application in Duo to do this, and you're going to have to integrate that with the Duo proxy. So there's a lot of stuff that goes on. I'll just show you what it looks like. If you want to get more like granular, like involved in the configuration, put a comment below and I might make a second video going deep into the configurations. So let's pull up ICE real quick. I don't know why that popped up, but let's pull up ICE real quick. And just know I have the Duo application, I have the user ID, I have all that set up, all right? So let's log into this. From the ICE perspective, what you're going to need to do is a couple things. You're going to have to create a radius token for this. So you go into your external identity sources and you create your radius token. I am not saving this, so stop asking me. Hopefully, this lab has been being pinged a lot, so hopefully this doesn't crash on me in the middle of the lab. So you go to your external identity sources and you use this radius token right here. So you create your radius token and then you create your connection. Obviously, this is going to the Duo auth proxy that's on AD, that's on the AD server. So you need to at least set this up. The real important part of this is you want to make sure the server timeout is greater than 5 seconds or this will not work. Now, you can use 30 seconds. I put 60 just as a caution, arrow on the side of caution kind of thing. But most people put, 30 seconds. After you create the token, then you want to create your TACACS policies, your your command set, and your profile. Make sure that's all set and done. Then you want to create your TACACS policy. So you go to your policy set here, and this is where the magic happens. So here's my TACACS policy. So I'm just saying for this demonstration, the network protocol is TACACS. So that's step number one. Now, step number 2, which is in the TACACS 2 step. Oh, I forgot to tell you this. Let me show you this as well, because this is going to come back. This is an identity source sequence where you see the TACACS Duo. So what's going to happen here is now you got to be careful with this, because you have in this version of the TACACS 2 step, you got to have the Duo radius token and AD in there. And then what's very important is this piece. All right. I tried it with this do not access other stores in the sequence. I tried that and it did not work. So I always had to put it as treat as if the user is not found and process in the next identity store. And you'll see in the TACACS live logs, it goes Duo first, and then it'll go to AD so that it'll match my AD group. Without this, it will not work. It'll just keep prompting you for a username and password. So back to what I was saying is we go to device administration. Obviously, we say TACACS. This is going to be our condition to start the policy set. In the authentication piece, I just use the default, since for this example or whatever, I use the identity source sequence of TACACS Duo, which I just showed you. Now I want to show you that I'm not continuing. So Duo has to go first. If I reject it, if I say no and it reject, it'll just stop right there. I'll say I failed. And then obviously we have the authorization down here, and I'm just matching a group that I have an AD called network admins and giving them, admin rights, right? Now, the key to this is I'm going to log in with my ADM account. That ADM account that you just saw me log into ICE is actually in Duo, right? This is where the user ID, like I said before, has to be in Duo. If you do not have that, or there's no match, or you don't create an alias for one of your IDs, this will not work because it will fail in Duo, okay? So now that that's there, what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to remote. Do I have Putty on here? If not, I'll have to download Putty. Let's see. Let's first see if I have it. And if I don't have it, looks like I'll be downloading it live on this video. Come on. Please tell me I have it. Yay! So I do have it. So let's go ahead and log in, because I really did not want to have to download this. So now this comes up here. I'm going to use that same admin account that I just had. And before I hit enter, let me get the phone here and open up Duo. So when I get it, you can see it. Oh, obviously it took too long. Here we go. Never fails. So I got Duo open now. I'll restart the session. Hopefully I didn't fat finger the password. And hold on. That's Duo right there. I hit approve. Oh, I gotta show my face. And when it comes back, that should kick in. Taking a little longer than expected. Why did it cut off on me? I think that took a little bit. Oh, actually took a little longer than I expected. I probably didn't do this too long. Let's go here. Probably took too long. All right, now I got it. I accept, and bam, I'm in. So looks like I just didn't answer my push fast enough, and it rejected it. So as you can see, I'm in off of the Duo push. And to validate that, let's go to our Operation Live Logs or TACACS Live Logs, and you will see from an authentication standpoint, here you go. So as you can see, it went through my default, so it hit the identity source sequence, and that is right here, identity source sequence, and then it went to Duo first, right there, and then it replied, went to continue, and now a little bit later down the line, you will see it go to AD, and there you go, right here. And then it went to AD, and then it matched an Active Directory. It saw, hey, that user account does exist. They're part of that group. and it allowed me in. So ultimately, I can just do whatever I need to do here, all that stuff, right? So that's the TACACS 2-step. So now let me answer what happens if you reject it, right? So let's go back here. I probably really should have just put putty on the task bar, like pin it there, so I don't have to keep searching. All right, so we're gonna go right back into the same one, and I'm gonna use the same account. But this time, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reject the push. So there's the push, and I'm gonna say denied. So now it's saying, hey, are you sure is that you? And I'm gonna say no. And as you can see, access got denied immediately. All right. So now let's go here again. Hopefully I didn't fat finger that. Now I should get the push. Hopefully. Oh no, I think I fat fingered that. Wait a minute. So now MFA, I accept. And now, actually that took too long. I think my password timeout is, I gotta do this immediately, a lot faster. And then I'm in. So therefore, yeah, every time I'm typing and then I grab my phone, by the time I grab my phone and accept the message, it times out on the back end. So again, while you're doing this, make sure you have your phone on you, or you could run into this situation where you hit approve, but it wasn't fast enough. So that is the TACACS 2-step. I know a lot of people was kind of trying to figure out what I meant by that, and they kind of don't know that you can actually secure TACACS with MFA. Again, you just got to be quick with your phone here. Like when you get the push, don't be messing around, or the timeout value. You may hit approve and it still says, hey, you got denied. So there's some wonkiness to it, but it does work. I would say 97% of the time you don't have to worry about that, right? Because there's always a 3% chance of you having to do it all over again. So this is Don from Padlock Technologies. I hope you liked this video because when I was using that terminology, TACACS 2-step, that nobody really uses until today. So if you hear it anywhere else, you know where you heard it first. Um, and I hope you like this video, right? Because I really like doing stuff like this. If you want to see more cool stuff, I got a whole bunch of videos on this channel. Please, like, don't forget to share, comment, like, and subscribe to the channel, especially with this one, right? Because most people, I can guarantee I can guarantee you like a small bunch of or NAC engineers, at least from my ICE perspective, know about this type of technique. So again, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, and have a nice day.